Good evening, all you long distance motorcycle riders. Roadhogger here in Maggie Valley still. This is take two because just as I started taping the first one, some people pulled up and wanted a room and they apologized. It's like, no, no. Yeah, it's like, you're seeking shelter for the evening. Go right ahead. So, anyway, we're at day 6 here in Maggie Valley. It's my last night here. I'll be leaving tomorrow. I'm hoping the rain stays off. It's supposed to be 55%, and it's actually supposed to rain in the morning, so I hope I don't have to put my cover away wet and start off wet. But we'll see how it goes. But I don't really have to be back until this coming weekend, the 20th, 21st. I mean, it's the summer solstice, Father's Day, and my birthday. I'll be 71, so we'll see how it flies. You know, it's like I'm going to head south to South Carolina in tomorrow, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, so today was a really interesting day. They serve like a hot breakfast here, and so there's a whole bunch of like motorcycle people staying here, and we're all talking, and they're like, "Well, where's everybody going to go ride today?" You know, all the hills and twisties here and stuff. And I go, "Oh, it's like I have a thing with a chiropractic company, the Joint Chiropractic in St. Augustine, and it's like you get 4 visits a month for it's like $85 or something like that. But it's use them or lose them, you know." And the closest, according to the Google map, the closest joint is in Asheville, which is 26 or 28 minutes away. It said 43 minutes to get there, and the owner of the hotel heard us talking, and he comes over and he says, would you mind stopping at one of our favorite Indian restaurants in Asheville and picking up my wife a buttered chicken mild? And I go, "Oh, where is it?" And so I looked it on the Google map, and it's only like 5-6 miles from the chiropractic office. I go, "Oh, sure, no problem." So just write down what you want, and I got the address already in my Google map thing, so I'll find my way there. So anyway, instead of taking I-40, I went ahead and there's a side road that runs parallel to it, the US 19, which basically goes the entire way to Asheville, and you go through motorcycles. Loud pipe saves lives, they say. But anyway, I was going through all these little towns, Canton, East Canton, and I was on like a semi-mission. So if I had some time, I would have pulled over, because along the way was all these pop-up like garage sales. They said some of them said flea market, but they looked like they were in a parking lot for a closed business and stuff. So it's like, not really flea market, but But I'm on the motorcycle, so my cargo carrying capabilities are really limited. So I made it to the Cairo, really nice. Garrett was running the desk, and Dr. Mike put the stretch and the crack on me. I was like, oh, I felt a whole lot better because I hadn't been in a while. And so I put the Indian restaurant address in on my phone on the map thing, and gosh, I went through these like little suburban outlying places, like artists and tattoo shops, and it was all up and down the hill and blah blah blah, and it almost reminded me when Craig and Carey took me over to Jacksonville to this theater where they were showing like these older movies, Chopsaki movies and stuff, and it was almost the same vibe, and I got to where the restaurant was, and of course it's a Saturday, and there's like all these businesses there and it was 12:30. The restaurant opened up at 11:30, but it was 12:30, and it was party central. And I actually had to circle around several blocks like 3 times trying to find a free street spot, because they had off-street paid parking, and they were all gravel. And again, we're in the Carolinas. It's like all the city streets are like this. So I have to watch and be careful about how I park the bike, because like it's like I may be able to park downhill and I may park uphill, but I got to watch that camber on either side and stuff. So I actually found a spot a block over that was on a real good pitch, but it was right next to a paid parking lot, and they had like white lines for like designated areas, and there was a car, and then there was like a white line that turned into the parking lot, but there was no block thing for it. So I pulled in there. I figured it was kind of safe, and I walked over to the Indian restaurant, Chai Pani. Man, I hit that door and it was like, because I dearly love Indian food, and they they had an all-you-can-eat lunch buffet. It was like all my willpower not to have bought that and chowed down, but it's like I had to ride all the way back to Maggie Valley, so it was like, oh man. So it just wasn't happening. So I ended up ordering their food and got it to go. I walked back to the bike. There was no parking ticket in it, but there was a like a, not a Starbucks, but like a Starbucks, like an upscale coffee bar type thing that had this outside patio seating where there was a bunch of people sitting out there and they were looking directly at me because the bike was like right there, and then they were like all lined up along the railing, sitting in these tables with umbrellas on, and I'm out in the sun because I think they said the real feel today was supposed to be like 105 or something like that. It was pretty hot. So so I'm dressed like this with the hat and everything, like, and they're like staring at me because it's like there are 3 things in this picture. Which one doesn't fit? It's like, oh, that guy. So I put the hat in the bag, and I got all put the gloves on and stuff, and in the helmet and some chapstick, and started the bike up. And my music selection is my 1950s selection of stuff, and it came on blaring, so I like hit the volume thing and cranked it down a little bit, and took off and came back, and but that was like really interesting. And then that section of Asheville that I was at was high ground, so it wasn't the area that was devastated last year from all that flooding, because they said there was like a 40-foot wall of water came through the low-lying areas. I mean, there's YouTube videos that show like there's a Wendy's down there, and I saw the video. It's like the water was up to the roof eave of the Wendy's. I mean, pfft. So yeah, it was like they're all fine and good up there with their, oh, right behind me, because I posted on my Facebook page, because I took a picture of the bike facing that way. There was a place called the Weed Brewery. I mean, I don't know if it was like marijuana infused beer or what, but there was an upper deck level, and they were playing loud music and they were partying. I'm talking, this is like 1 in the afternoon, and they were like the younger crowd. So So anyway, I came back, I gave them their food, he paid me cash for the thing, rounded up, and there was a big rig fest show at the festival grounds, like right up the street. So jumped back on the bike, rode over there, and it was flat, but the parking lot was all gravel drives, and then grass in between the gravel, almost like the Daytona Flea Market. So that was a little, not too dicey. I mean, their gravel was a little bit looser and rougher than it is at the Daytona Flea Market, but I managed to get a spot in there, and I had to pull out my Harley Davidson kickstand disc, because I laid the bike on the kickstand side, and it started to scoosh into the ground. I go, oh, because it's so heavy, you got to be careful. I bought one of those discs, and I got like an orange paracord on it, so I can pull it out of the lower in the front, and then drop it with the cord down there and sort of kick it into place to get in there, and I can loop the cord around my rear view mirror, so I get reminded that that disc is down there. So I went and took a look at the show, and I posted those pictures on the site too. And I tell you what, when it doesn't rain, they have most spectacular blue skies and clouds here. It's just amazing. So the big rigs were interesting, but they had a bunch of old farm equipment and tractors, uh, 19 late 40s pickup trucks and things like that. They were all really interesting. And then I ended up getting lunch at that time. They had a barbecue food truck there, and I posted a picture of that too. It's like it was a $15 meat and two sides plate, and the guy was really generous. So I picked out and go, oh, this is heavy, because I got baked beans and collard greens too, go with it. And it's like, and I posted a picture of that. It's like $15. Wow, I thought that was a pretty good price. And oh, since it was so hot and I was thirsty, they had another truck that was selling fresh squeezed lemonade, and you could like have a whole different kinds of flavors added to the lemonade. But I go, just the lemonade, and I go, can you like less sugar? And she was like, half sugar. I go, oh, half sugar would be great, because again, gotta watch my salt, gotta watch my sugar, and they only had one size, 32 ounces, $10. It's like, oh, that's like, it's like almost as much as what a meal was there, but it was fresh squeezed, and it was actually very refreshing, very good, considering what the heat was and stuff. So I was there for a little over an hour, and I came back to the room, and I think I uploaded the pictures from today running around to Asheville and back and stuff, and it was getting close to 7. It's like supper time, so I walked over to the sports bar next door, which I've been eating at all this week. So I've actually was like a regular there, and I told them I was leaving tomorrow, and they were actually sad that I was going. But they were having karaoke there tonight, and one of the locals who's there like almost every night, like me, Sean. I got a selfie with him. I don't know if I should embed it into this or put it on the Facebook page. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But he is quite a local character. I mean, he dances like he's doing everybody's kung fu fighting type style, and I give him a lot of credit. The guy's like pretty spry, jumping around and stuff. So he was asking if I could stay and watch him sing his karaoke song, because he was in the queue. And I said, sure, why not? No problem. And so I went outside to have a cigarette, and I wasn't gone much more than 3 or 5 minutes, and I come back, and there's a couple sitting at the corner of the bar, and the woman is sitting in my chair, in my seat at the bar. And I go, I have a half a drink, and my pack of cigarettes is sitting on the bar. I did not tip my chair. Note to self in the future: if you're going to go outside to have a smoke or whatever, or go to the bathroom even, tip the chair so they know that somebody's actually sitting there. So I go, I wasn't really finished with the seat here, and she looked at me. She goes, oh, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so sorry. Would you want me to move? And I go, I always give my seat up for a woman. I don't care if they're pregnant or not, So I headed out, and I finished my drink standing there between her and the other person on there. There was enough gap, and I could just goosh in there and get my drink. I finished my drink and said goodbye to Randy and Jessica, the two bartenders there. I mean, they were sad to see me go too, because I'm a good tipper. And I headed for the door, and I saw Sean along the way. I said, dude, I can't stay any longer. I gotta go. So I'm already pre-packed somewhat. I just have to do some finishing stuff in the morning, the clothes that I sleep in, I gotta put in the bag and stuff like that. But you know what? For the most part, I'm actually ready to rock tomorrow. Like I said, I don't have to be back there until this weekend coming. So I was planning on not being back until like around the 17th. But with the weather looking the way it is, who knows? I'm gonna head into South Carolina. I may stay at the other place that I stayed at on the way up. It was a really nice place also, and I get a good rate because I'm a Diamond Rewards member now, and we'll see how it plays out. I mean, I could just loaf my way back, but we'll see how it goes. But I've actually had a pretty good time here in Maggie Valley. I've seen almost all pretty much all the sites that I wanted to see, most of the Roadside America attractions, and I checked off that box for doing Tail of the Dragon. So, which, by the way, on the Facebook post that I did, the Riders Over 70, where I said the same thing, said Tail of the Dragon, check that box, and some guy put a comment on that post. He goes, it's overrated, and I'm going, you know what? If you can't say something nice, just shut the hell up. Don't say anything at all. It's like, I'm going to be 71. I'm 70 now. I'm going to be 71 in what, a week, and most of the comments were like, "Good job, good deal," and then I get this, it's overrated. It's like, what do you want me to do? The highway of death down in Bolivia? Because there is one, and I've seen YouTube videos of guys who've ridden it, and it's like that one where you see the buses and there's like only room for like one vehicle, and some of them get to pull over, and if you make a mistake and you go over the side, it's like a 3,000 foot fall to your death. So it's the highway of death. But a man has to know his limitations, and I was a little apprehensive about the Dragon because of its reputation. And when I was on it, one guy crashed out. I mean, they were like cleaning debris off the road. It wasn't me, and thankfully I don't think he was seriously injured, because they have police along the way for people who actually speed, because I think the top speed limit is like 30, if it's not one of those yellow suggested 15 or 10 going through some of the turns. And but there's no cell service, so it's like, I don't know what happens when they have to call for emergency services and stuff like that. I mean, the cops have Starlink, I don't know. It's like, but yeah, you check that box off. So, and if you've seen any of my YouTube videos, I'm like a one and done kind of guy. America is big and beautiful and great, and there's a lot to see. And there's only been a few times that I've been to the same place twice. The only one that really comes to mind is the KOA campground in Americus, Georgia. I've been there twice. It's a nice campground. KOAs are nice. I mean, they're expensive. They're like $50 a night. And I said, yeah, for $50 a night, I can get like a hotel somewhere, but $50 a night for a hotel, don't expect much. It's like 1 star, and but okay, so I've been running off of the mouth here for 17 minutes and 41 seconds, and it's still clicking. So on this note, this is Roadhogger saying good night, God bless, and gosh, let's hope this clicker works for a change. And take 2. And take 3.